Last week, I passed by a cafe and saw myself sitting inside. He smiled at me, and then he walked out, with my face, my voice, and my name. This isn't a metaphor. I'm not losing my mind. I know how that sounds, but listen, I'm telling you this because I don't know how much longer I have before he takes everything. It started 3 weeks ago, just a normal day. I was walking home from work, earbuds in, same route as always. I stopped at my usual corner store, waved to the guy behind the counter. But he looked confused, like he'd just seen a ghost. "You were just here," he said. "5 minutes ago. You bought cigarettes and left." "I don't smoke." I laughed it off, thought maybe he mistook me for someone else. But that night, I found a pack of cigarettes on my kitchen counter. Opened. Smelled like they'd been used. I live alone. I went to bed early, hoping I'd just imagined it. Maybe I was stressed, overworked. But in the middle of the night, I woke up to the sound of footsteps above me. I live on the top floor. Over the next few days, it got worse. People on the street waved to me, people I didn't know. My boss thanked me for turning in a report I hadn't written. My ex texted me, "You looked better when you smiled like that." I hadn't seen her in 6 months. Then came the voicemail. It was my voice. "Hey, just checking in. Thought you might want to know. I'm doing great." I never made that call. I checked my phone logs. Outgoing calls I didn't remember. Appointments I never booked. Photos I didn't take, but they were of me. Smiling, laughing, in places I hadn't been. There was even a video, me or him. Sitting at a bar, laughing with friends. Friends I don't have. I went to the police, filed a report for identity theft. They looked at me like I was wasting their time. "You can't steal your own face," the officer said. I started recording everything, every moment of my day, just to keep track. But every night, something would be different. A mug moved, clothes slightly off, my toothbrush wet before I used it. I set up cameras in my apartment. That night, I didn't sleep. I waited, staring at the monitor. At 3:17 a.m., the front door opened. I watched on the screen as someone stepped in. He moved like me, looked like me, but it wasn't me. He walked into the kitchen, poured himself coffee, stretched, looked right into the camera, and smiled. I froze. It was the kind of smile I never make, relaxed, confident, like he belonged there. The next morning, my apartment smelled like fresh coffee. My bed was made. A different shirt was hanging in my closet. I confronted him the next morning. He was sitting in my favorite cafe, wearing my jacket. He looked up and said, "You're early." I asked him what the hell he was doing. He didn't flinch. "Living better," he said. He told me I'd been wasting my life, that I didn't appreciate what I had, that I walked through the world like a ghost. "You sleepwalk through everything. I'm just filling the space you left behind." Then he leaned in. "You gave me permission. You just don't remember." I stared at him. His eyes were mine, but sharper, more alive, and there was something else behind them, something watching. He got up, walked out. People greeted him on the sidewalk, smiled at him. No one noticed me standing there. I tried to show the camera footage to a friend, but the files were corrupted, all of them. I went back to the cafe. They told me I just left. No one sees me anymore, but they all see him. He's taken my job, my friends, my routine. He even changed the locks. I stayed at a motel last night. I barely recognized my reflection in the mirror. My face looked faded, like someone had erased the edges. Last night, I saw him through the window of my old apartment. He was sitting on the couch, my cat curled on his lap, watching TV. I knocked. He looked at me and turned off the lights. This morning, I woke up in a motel bathroom. My face, it looked blurry, like I wasn't fully rendered. He's almost finished replacing me. I tried calling my mother. She answered, said she just spoke to me, said I sounded happier than I had in years. He even fooled her. If you ever see someone walking around with your smile, be careful. Not all reflections are yours. And some versions of you don't want to go back to the mirror.
Subscribe to